Hello and welcome to our new unit on parallel lines. We are not going to be talking about parallel lines in this particular lesson. We're going to be talking about transversals and angle pair relationships. So definitely get this into our table of contents. Pause the video and get this title in as well. And let's get started. So parallel lines, well, I should say not parallel lines. If we just have a set of lines or two lines, so let's start off with the word transversal and define that, and we definitely need a diagram for this. So transversal, and let's go ahead and draw a set of lines. I don't want these to be parallel, so I'm going to call this line N, and then I'm going to draw one that's purposely not parallel, and that is line M. Okay, and then let's draw one that like pretty much like a streak that intersects both of those lines. Okay, so I'm going to call this line T for the transversal. And a transversal is a line that intersects two or more other lines, at distinct points, meaning they are not the same point. Okay, so in this particular case, line T is the transversal. So you can clearly see that there are two distinct points here. They are separate from each other. Okay, and the difference is, what if I have pretty much two lines that intersect and make it like a kind of like a triangle corner? Those would not be distinct. They're the same point. So when we have a transversal, we have two separate intersections, and we could actually name all these angles. So for the sake of it, I'm going to keep this simple: 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the first set of intersection angles. Then on the bottom half, I'm going to call this 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different angles are created in this transversal. And we have special angle pair relationships when it comes to this. So the way I want you to remember this is to remember these key words. Is alternate. Alternate just kind of means opposite. Okay? In this particular case, we're going to be talking about opposite sides. Okay? And in the opposite sides of the transversal. So, transversal. So, for instance, angle 7 is an alternate angle to, let's say, angle 2, because they are on opposite sides of T. Okay? Same thing for 3 and 8. They are alternate angles. We also have same side. Same side. And that just means same side of the transversal. Same side of the transversal. Now these two will never be in the same angle pair or like pair relationship. Transversal. So you'll never have something called an alternate same side angle. Okay, so these are always different. Now we also have something called an interior angle and an exterior angle. So interior just means an angle. So this is an angle between the non-transversal lines. Non-transversal lines. So for instance, two angles that are interior would be, all the angles that are interior are 3, 4, 5, and 6, because they are all in between the two non-transversal lines. And if you're not interior, that means you are exterior. So an exterior angle are all the ones that are outside. So these are the angles outside of the non-transversal sides. Non-transversal lines. Okay, so in this particular case, We have combinations of these, right? We could talk about alternate interior angles as a combination, alternate exterior angles as a combination, same side interior angles, and same side exterior angles. We never have them alternate exterior. We never have interior exterior angles. That doesn't make any sense. So if we're talking about a combination of these, let's start with the alternate interior. I'm going to shorthand this because it's easier. Alt interior angles are opposite sides of the transversal and between the two transversals. So, for instance, angles 3 and angle 6 are a pair of alternate interior angles because they're on opposite sides of the transversal and they're both interior angles. So, for instance, this is angle 3 and angle 6. You could also have angle 4 and angle 5, because those are also alternate interior angles, opposite sides of the transversal and interior angles. Okay, so we also have alternate exterior angles. So this is a different angle pair relationship. And this would be your exterior, for instance, 2 opposite sides of the transversal, and exterior of it in 7, or 1 and 8. So let's write those down. Angles 2 and 7, or angles 1 and 8 are alternate exterior angles. How about same side? Same side interior has its own connection. Same side interior angles. Let's look at 2. Same side interior angles are angles that are on the same side of the transversal and on the inside. So, for instance, 4 and 6 and 3 and 5. Notice that I'm kind of doing them shaded differently so that they're paired off. Okay, so let's start with angles 3 and 5, or angle 4 and angle 6. We also have same side exterior angles, which means they're on the same side of the transversal, whether it's the right side or the left side, but they're on the exterior or outside of the non-transversal lines. So we would have, for instance, 1 and 7, same side, they're on the left side of the transversal, or 2 and 8. Okay? So angles 1 and angle 7, or angle 2 and 8. Now we have one more definition. So these are 4 different angle pair relationships just by using this combination of interior, exterior, same side, alternate sides. We have one more term that we do need to know, and it's called, angle pair relationship. It's called corresponding sides, or corresponding angles, sorry. Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are, and what I like to simply put, this is not the official definition, but simply put, these are angles in the same position. So what I mean by that is this. If we look at this in terms of like our quadrants, we have top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. We have the same relationship in this intersection, and we're talking about corresponding angles being in the same position, top left and top left. Okay? Or 2 is corresponding to 3, top right, top right. So in this particular case, we have a lot of different corresponding angles. Corresponding angles would be, as I just pointed out, 1 and 5. Angles 2 and 6. Angles 3 and 7. And then angle 4 and 8. Okay? And these are the 5 different angle pair relationships we need to know. So for the most part, they're pretty easy as long as we understand these definitions. What does alternate mean versus what does same side mean? What does interior mean versus exterior? And then the one we need to know on our own is what corresponding means, corresponding angles. Okay? So We'll definitely have a lot of practice with this. If you do have any questions, please let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.